Today, we are going to talk about digital marketing. Through the next few minutes, I'm going to help you understand what digital marketing really is and hopefully answer any questions along the way. We will explore the various technical aspects of digital marketing, from search engine optimization to social media, web analytics to Google Ads, email marketing to lead generation, and a lot more. And hopefully, providing you with answers to your questions about digital marketing as we go along. Now, chances are you're watching this because you have a few questions of your own. You are probably a marketer yourself or running a business and kind of wondering if you really need digital marketing. Or you probably know that you need digital marketing and kind of wondering if you can do it on your own. Or you could be a professional already working in a different niche like sales or IT or operations or finance or maybe HR, and kind of wondering if you should move to digital marketing, and if so, how exactly can you do this? Or you might be a student and kind of wondering if there is scope in digital marketing, and the most important question, of course, what's the starting salary? I will try answering some of these questions from the perspective of both professionals as well as students aspiring to become the entrepreneurs of the future in the digital world. Now, if I asked you, what is digital marketing? You would probably say something along the lines of promoting your goods or services online, or you could say selling your products on the digital or electronic mediums. And you would be absolutely right. In fact, digital marketing is not very different from other types of marketing or traditional forms of marketing. In effect, you have a product or a service and you are looking for different ways to promote it to your ideal audience and hopefully make a sale, right? So you got a product, you know there's an audience for it, and you want to reach out to them, and digital marketing seems like a very likely way of doing it, right? So what is so unique or special about digital marketing? In other words, what really is digital marketing? Now, to clarify this, let me start by asking you a question. So let's say you go out of your house, perhaps to your office or to your college or school, and on the way, you see a lot of these banners and hoardings and so on, right? You can come across a lot of ads along the way, right? Now, tell me something. How many of these ads do you remember? Do you remember all of them, some of them, or just about none of them? Chances are you remember very few of them, if at all you remember any. And the reason for that is an average person is exposed to thousands of ads on any given day across television or radio or magazines, newspapers, smartphones, laptops, computers. This is a lot of information for a human brain to process on a single day. And imagine multiplying that by 365 days in a year. Now that's a lot of information to process. So what happens? Your brain starts to ignore that. It classifies most of this information, most of these ads as useless information. And this is how our human brains are kind of evolving now. They ignore most of the unnecessary information around them. So the question is, with so much of noise outside, how do you really stand out? How do you really stand out amid so much of noise? Now, let me give you a different scenario. Let's say you are driving on the way. It's going to be a long drive. You're going from, let's say, one city to another, and you have to be driving for several hours. As usual, you are ignoring all those banner ads or hoardings that you see on the way. But let's say after driving for about 3 hours, you start to feel hungry. What do? You start looking at these banners and these hoardings now, right? Because now you need information. You're kind of looking for an ad or a billboard that says a food court is 5 kilometers away or something along those lines, right? That is an information that you would absolutely love to see at that point in time, right? Why is that? Because now you are the one looking for information, right? So you can really define what digital marketing really is with this example. At its core, it's all about connecting with the right audience at the right place, and more importantly, at the right time. Today, that means that you need to meet your audiences as a marketer. You need to meet them where they are already spending time, and that happens to be on the internet. To understand this in a little more depth, we will start by understanding how consumer behavior has changed over time that has actually led to the birth of digital marketing. Let's start by going back to 1995, when the internet was just about beginning to break boundaries and people were starting to get hold of internet, right? Of course, it wasn't nowhere like the internet as we know it today. People had to be really patient with painfully slow dial-ups and with huge bulky desktop computers, but they were excited, and marketers or businesses were already thinking about a future that included new ways of interacting with the users. Except for a certain Clifford Stoll, an author, an astronomer, and a teacher. In his book, The Silicon Snake Oil, he actually expressed his thoughts like this. Baloney. Do our computer pundits lack all common sense? The truth is, no online database will replace your daily newspaper, no CD-ROM can take place of a competent teacher, and no computer network will change the way government works. And now we know all of that was wrong, right? So what has changed? What really made this difference? What did the internet really do to the media landscape? What do you think are the primary impacts the internet has had on media consumption over the last few decades? Now, while the internet was officially born in 1969, public access became available only in 1990. And since then, the internet has grown incredibly fast. The chart that you see on the screen right now shows the sheer amount of information that is being shared all across the internet today. And now, in 2020, over 4 billion people use the internet on a regular basis. That's more than half of the world's population. Just think about it. And social media has played a big role here as well. Even though it's a part of digital marketing or digital media, I want to put a little more emphasis on this, as social media has fundamentally altered how people consume information. The internet is a very different medium. Unlike the traditional mediums like television or the radio, traditional broadcast media is essentially one-to-many, where one broadcast is seen simultaneously by many, and there is not much choice over there. With the internet, however, the customer is in the driver's seat. They decide what information to consume and, more importantly, when. So their media is delivered on demand. This is also called a one-to-one medium. And not only that, on the internet, what someone sees is often customized for them. Every individual can be treated to a slightly different blend of content and advertising. So for example, my Facebook will have different ads as opposed to the ads that you see on your timeline, right? Social media has given everyone a voice. And not just a voice, advertising spend on social media is expected to now exceed $102 billion in the next 12 months. There's absolutely no denying the fact that social media is as much about business and profits as it is about connecting people. And one of the most dramatic paradigm shifts brought about by social media is that content creation is no longer in the hands of a large publisher. People have started blogging about their experiences. They've started leaving out reviews on so many platforms, including social media sites like Twitter and Facebook. Social media has made people more empowered. They know that they can do their own research before buying or subscribing to anything on the internet. And because of this changed media landscape, marketers too have to change their strategies. You have to realize that you cannot sell to people anymore. So, what are you really selling? Or to put in a different way, what is it that the customer is really buying from you? Have you ever given that a thought? Now, without doubt, today is the age of the customer as they interact with different brands across hundreds of different touchpoints. And in the words of the famous marketer and startup advisor Joe Chernov, good marketing makes the company look smart, but great marketing makes the customer feel smart. And digital marketing is what helps you make your customers feel smart, about helping them believe that they are making the right decision. Today, people don't buy products or brands. Most people don't, at least. They want answers to their questions, solutions to their problems. So stop selling the what and start selling the why. And that is what digital marketing is all about. Now, let's start talking about the key digital marketing channels. Digital marketing is more of an umbrella term, a very broad term that refers to all of your online marketing efforts. Businesses today depend on digital channels such as Google search or Facebook or Instagram or even emails and other websites to connect with their customers as well as reach out to new prospects. We will briefly start talking about the marketing funnel before we actually launch into the different digital marketing channels. A marketing funnel, what is it? It basically describes your customer's journey as they interact with your business. So every person, before he can become acquainted with your products and services, he needs to know about it, right? He needs to become aware about it. And that is typically something that's done with content. It could be a piece of an advertisement, it could be a social media blog post, it could be an article that you have written on your own website. But these are the ways of basically introducing your ideal prospect to your marketing funnel. From the initial stages, when someone learns about your business or becomes aware about your business, all the way down to the purchasing stage or the action stage, marketing funnels map routes to conversions and beyond. With careful analysis, a marketing funnel will let you know what your company must do to influence customers at a given stage. By evaluating your marketing funnels, you can potentially drive greater sales, more loyalty, and stronger brand awareness. So take a specific example. Let's say I need to buy a phone. Okay, I'm looking to buy a phone and I hop onto my Facebook feed, for example, and I see an ad for a specific model of a smartphone, right? So what just happened? I became aware of the existence of a specific smartphone, right? And that awareness could lead me to get interested into that specific model. So I move from awareness into the interest stage, right? I look at an ad, I become aware, and that kind of generates some curiosity into me, and I become interested in that product. Once I become interested, I would like to know more about it, right? So I'm looking for content that's along the lines of this specific model versus the other more popular model, or the more expensive model, or the more known model, right? So I'll do searches like this phone versus XYZ, or unboxing of this phone, or this phone's reviews on other social media sites, on YouTube, and so on, right? And once I'm convinced, only then I'm going to take the action, which is buying that phone, right? So if I am into the interest stage, you as a business can help me by providing the information that I need. Do I need information on how to buy the phone now? Not really. I need information about what is the phone really like? What are the technical specs? How does this phone compare to some of the other phones? That is the information that I need. And as a marketer, you need to be able to identify what stage a prospect is really in, so that you can guide him further down the funnel by providing him the information that he is looking for at that particular stage. So typically, all of us go down or go through these 4 stages as we purchase any product or any service. Awareness, which is where the prospect is aware of their problems and kind of knows about the possible solutions for them. The interest stage is where the prospect shows interest in a specific group of services or products. The decision phase, where the prospect begins to evaluate a certain brand, and the action, where the prospect decides whether to purchase or not. And as a marketer, once again, your job is to help the person find the right bit of information at the right time. Remember, right message to the right person at the right time. And here's a glimpse of some of the key digital marketing channels that can be used to influence your customer's decision and take him down the marketing funnel. Let's start by talking about SEO, or search engine optimization. Now, SEO is the process of optimizing your website to rank higher on the search engine result pages, and therefore increasing the amount of organic or free traffic that your website receives. Now, think about the way you search for information yourself. When you are looking for information, your first instinct usually is to search on a popular search engine like Google or Bing, because that is the fastest way to find information, and most people know that. Once the search results are posted, you are far more likely to click on the links on the first page, of course, because they are usually the most relevant results related to what you are looking for, right? So if I quickly move on to my browser and search for, let's say, buy pizza online, I'm going to ignore some of these ads at the top. We'll talk about them in just a moment. But if you scroll down a little bit, SEO relates to these results, which are also called organic or free results. You cannot pay for them, and these sites appear here only because they are the most relevant results for the specific keyword, in this case, buy pizza online, that you have been searching for, right? And like I said, most people would click on the result on the first page, and more specifically, probably in the top 5, right? You typically find the most relevant result in the top 5 results right now, right? How many of you actually go down to the second page or the third page? In fact, there's a joke that goes around that says the best place to hide a dead body is the second page of Google. Why? Because no one goes there, right? So when it comes to search engine optimization, we will talk about how to get your business listed on the first page of Google, how to optimize your content, how to optimize your website for the right keywords again, so that when people are searching for it, they can find it right here. Now, don't be fooled. It's complicated because there's so much competition. In fact, just for this keyword alone, look at the sheer number of results out there. So there are these many pages which are actually competing for the same keyword, buy pizza online. And just about any keyword that you search for will have a similar competition. But with SEO, and especially if you do it right, you can beat the competition, and with the right strategy in place, you can actually get your website listed on this first place. That's something we will talk about in detail in our class on search engine optimization. Moving back, the next topic I want to talk about is SEM, or search engine marketing, also known as pay-per-click or simply known as Google Ads. Now, Google Ads, formerly known as AdWords, is a simple and effective way to reach a highly specific audience across any number of devices. It could be desktops, laptops, tablets, smartphones, you name it. It's the easiest way to get listed at the top of a search page for specific keywords. So again, if I move back into my browser, I can see that there are some ads running right at the top. I see an ad by Domino's right here. I see one by Pizza Hut. And in fact, there are just 2 ads. There might be a few ads at the bottom. Yeah, we do have one ad over here, UberEats.com, right? So here are these 3 companies that are actually bidding for this keyword and showing up on the top of search engine. And this is a great way to showcase your products and services on the top of the search engine, especially when you're relatively new to search engine optimization, as you can take some time to deliver results. And while you're waiting for your pages to start ranking, you can actually use Google Ads to still be in front of people, right? It's also great for reconnecting with people who left your websites via remarketing, right? You are probably aware of remarketing. You must have searched for something on an e-commerce site like Amazon, for example, but did not complete the purchase, and then probably surprised if you start seeing the ad for the exact same product when you visit other websites or search engines, right? That's called remarketing, and we can use Google Ads and other pay-per-click systems to create remarketing ads like this. There's another very prominent benefit of running ads like this, and that has something to do with what it's called. It's called PPC, or pay-per-click, for a reason. What that really means is that in this same example, as you can see, Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Uber Eats, these are the 3 companies which are actually bidding for this keyword, right? Let's search for something else. Let's do a buy stocks online. I think I'll probably see more ads for this keyword. Perfect. So here I can see different companies, in this case, Angel Broking and IQ Broker and iForex, and we got Expert Option. And if I go down, okay, we just have 4 ads right now. So there are these 4 companies bidding for this keyword, buy stocks online, right? But so far, none of them have paid anything to anybody right now, okay? They will pay only if somebody clicks on one of their ads. And that is why it's called a pay-per-click ad. It's an auction-based model where all these 4 companies are bidding for the same keyword, and the ad which gets clicked is the only one that will have to pay to Google. The rest will not have to pay anything at all. So you pay only when you get the results. Isn't that wonderful? Now, hearing the word auction, you might have gotten a little worried. If it's an auction, that means that you need to pay a lot of money, right? And which also means that the bigger companies with bigger budgets are probably the ones who would always get away with winning the auction, right? That's not really the case. Let us look at that with an example. So go to shift over or switch over to my Excel sheet, and let's assume that there are 2 advertisers bidding for a specific keyword. Let's pick up the same keyword, buy stocks online. Now, this is just a theoretical example, but it will help you understand what really goes on behind the scenes. So here's my keyword, buy stocks online. And for this keyword, we have 2 companies. Let's say brand A. Let's call it brand A. Oops. Brand A. And we got a brand who are actually bidding for this keyword, right? And just as a theoretical measure, let's say that brand A bids 8 rupees for every click. So brand A says that I'm willing to pay 8 rupees to show my ad for this keyword. And brand B says I'm willing to bid let's say 15 rupees for the same click, right? Almost double of what brand A is bidding, right? So you might assume that brand A will get the second spot and brand B will get the first spot because brand B is actually bidding higher, right? And well, yeah, that's how it will start off. So I can take this and put it over there. So again, you kind of think that, you know what, Google Ads is probably just meant only for the super rich or the biggest brands. Not really. Think about this scenario now. So let's say that because of the way these people have created their ads, brand B's ads aren't that relevant. People, or maybe brand B is not bidding for the right keywords, right? And what happens that throughout the day, brand B gets 10 clicks, okay? So 10 people click on brand B's ads, and because of that, brand B ends up paying 150 rupees to Google. All right, that's obvious. But brand A has actually done a lot of hard work. They've actually come up with very, very relevant keywords, and they've optimized their campaign exactly as per Google's recommendations, and they end up getting about 50 clicks in the whole day, right? How much do they pay to Google? 400, right? So obviously, Google makes more money in case of brand A. But is it only about Google making money? Not really. Think about all the different entities that are involved in this auction. One, of course, is Google. Second, there's a brand. And third, there's a searcher, the person who actually searched for this keyword, right? Now, because of this arrangement, I'm saying that brand A will actually take the first spot, okay? And because of this arrangement, is Google happy? Well, yes, because they are making more money in this case. That's perfect. That's a check. So let's kind of make it a happy green color here. All right. Is the brand happy? Of course he is, because he actually made all the efforts of creating a very, very relevant ad. He worked hard on choosing the right keywords, creating the right ad copy, creating the right landing page, providing a really good experience to the user, and following all Google's guidelines. And therefore, the brand deserves to get the first position, and this brand is also very happy, right? So he also gets a green. Is the searcher happy? Obviously he is, because brand A's ads are obviously more relevant. People are liking brand A's ad a bit more than brand B, and therefore brand A gets more clicks, and therefore by placing it higher above other ads, Google is also making it easy for the searcher to find this ad a little bit more faster, making the searcher happy as well, right? So this is a model that is based on relevancy, right? And this is a situation, this is a system where everybody's happy, the Google, the brand, and the searcher. So in this class on search engine marketing, we will talk about all the optimization strategies that you can use to basically run your ads for a lower price and still get the better position, right? We'll look at that. Let's come back to the PPT. All right. The next topic that we will look at is social media. Now, whether you're running a local operation, or you are a multinational global enterprise, the stats that we saw a little while ago make it absolutely clear that your customers are online. They are interacting on social channels with their friends, colleagues, and are always in search of information, recommendations, and entertainment, right? They have questions and they are looking answers for these questions. And if your company is not around to answer their questions, your competition will do it. And by doing so, they will not only most likely steal your customer away, they might also take away anybody else who is listening or watching that conversation. With social media, there are tons of opportunities to add value and even delight your prospects and your customers with your communication. And social media helps you connect with your prospects and build relationships with your customers. These relationships create the foundation for what could eventually become one of your greatest marketing assets, customer advocacy, which is the nirvana of social media. It is through advocacy, that is when your customers promote your products and services to their family members and their friends, that your efforts actually start to truly scale and grow. We'll see all of that in the social media classes. We will see how you can use social media for doing some powerful things like social listening, social influencing, social selling, and social networking, and a lot of other wonderful things. Moving on ahead, we will also talk about email marketing. Now, email marketing is one of the most popular and reliable methods to engage your website's audience and increase your profits. Email marketing is a way to reach consumers directly, one-to-one, via electronic email, right? And unlike spam, direct email marketing reaches people who are already interested in your business's area of expertise. Irrespective of what you're selling, it's a way to reach thousands of potential customers directly at a relatively low cost when compared to advertising on other forms of media. And despite the rise of social media and unsolicited spam, unfortunately, email marketing remains one of the most effective ways to nurture leads and turn them into customers. Next up, we have content marketing, and content marketing is everywhere. In fact, you are watching this video right now. That's a piece of content marketing. So content marketing includes all forms of content, from articles to social media updates to blogs that you read online to podcasts to videos to infographics, white papers. There's a whole lot to content marketing. Content is the present and the future of marketing. In fact, some people believe, and I truly agree, that content marketing is the only marketing that works. Content forms the backbone of all your marketing efforts. Talk about social media marketing, content strategy comes way before your social media strategy. Talk about SEO, it relies exclusively on high quality content. Search engines reward websites that publish quality, consistent content. Talk about PR, successful PR strategies address issues that readers care about and not their business. And that is again achieved through content. Once again, reiterating, right message to the right person at the right time. For PPC to work, you need great content behind it. Landing pages, great ad copies, these are all key ingredients to the success of a PPC campaign. Email is a form of content, great subject lines and engaging email body. Now, they are the keys to successful email marketing as well. So content is key to driving inbound traffic and leads. Content strategy is one of the most important strategies that you as a marketer need to master. And in this class on content marketing, we'll talk about the strategic marketing approach that you need to create and distribute valuable, relevant, and consistent content, which can be then used to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. And ultimately, this is what you would use to drive profitable customer action. All right, moving on ahead. We have mobile marketing, which happens to be a multi-channel digital marketing strategy aimed at reaching a specific target audience on their smartphones or tablets or any other mobile device. And for this, you can use websites, email, SMS, MMS, social media, apps, and whatnot. Mobile is clearly disrupting the way people engage with brands. Everything that can be done on a desktop computer is now available on mobile devices. From opening an email to visiting your website to reading your content, it's all accessible through a small mobile screen. In this class on mobile marketing, we will look at effective mobile advertising strategies and understanding how your mobile audience reacts, designing content with mobile platforms in mind, and making strategic use of different kind of messaging applications, tools, and mobile apps. Coming up ahead is affiliate marketing. Now, this is the process by which an affiliate, which could be a person like you or me, can earn a commission for promoting somebody else's products or services. You must have heard of Amazon affiliates, for example, right? Where people make money by promoting Amazon's products on their own websites or social media pages or through email. And the best part is they do not have to buy or own any products. They simply need to direct people on Amazon's product pages through a special link that they have and earn a commission when these people buy. And there are a lot of other affiliate models where money can be made by promoting other products and services where you don't necessarily have to sell anything. So we'll learn all of that in our affiliate marketing class. And last but not the least, we will use Google Analytics to track the important metrics that cover all aspects related to the success of our business. Google Analytics is an online web analytics service that provides website owners with a wide variety of information about the activities that take place on their websites and where these users are coming from, what do they exactly do on the website, and so much more. Google Analytics enables e-commerce businesses to segment their visitors, study traffic trends, and optimize conversion funnels. And there are so many other functions that you can get from Google Analytics. You can use Google Analytics to monitor the effectiveness of your online marketing strategies, audit your content, deliver a better user experience, and even track device functionality. The data that Google Analytics provides will show you what is really working well for you, but more importantly, what isn't working for you. And once you identify any issues that your site may have, you can then create a solution. Google Analytics allows you the information needed to improve your website and make it the best that it can be. Now, that's not all, because there are many other marketing channels and strategies that we will cover in a step-by-step fashion throughout the remainder of the course. I just highlighted some of the most popular ones over here. Now, digital marketing has evolved as the backbone of revenue generation in every company today. Even traditional brick and mortar businesses are seeing the profits and the benefits of staying on the top of digital marketing. Digital marketing skills are in serious demand right now, and the digital skill gap is actually getting wider. The job market is booming, and brands are really putting much more focus on digital marketing than ever before. Bigger budgets, increased pay, and more career choices are just some of the benefits that digital marketing professionals can look forward to this year and beyond. So if you have been debating whether to change your career in this direction, I hope I have been able to shed some light on the various aspects of digital marketing and what makes it so exciting. There are a wide range of digital marketing jobs out there, meaning there are a huge variety of career options, some of which you can see on the screen right now. To kickstart or advance your career, it's a good idea to think about getting trained in at least one or two specialty areas that you can again see on the screen. And if you're eyeing for a top management post, you will probably need to know quite a bit about all of them actually. This is where the comprehensive digital marketing course from Intellipaat plays a big role. As part of this course, students will get trained in all the digital marketing disciplines that I just talked about, and more than that. And after completion of this course, you will be a skilled digital marketer trained to promote brands using various digital marketing mediums that I kind of described in this webinar. So best of luck to everyone, and I hope that you grow into a qualified digital marketer ready for a career in online marketing with a professional certificate.